Today is April the 30th. How much should we give? Let's find out together as we study Mark chapter 12, verses 41 to 44. So at the end of Tuesday, Jesus has just given a teaching in which he says the religious leaders shamelessly cheat widows out of their property, then pretend to be pious. He then goes to the section of the temple called the treasury. Jesus sat down near the collection box in the temple. He watched as crowds dropped their money in. Many rich people put in large amounts, and then a poor widow came and dropped in 2 small coins. She dropped in 2 small coins. Unusual. The Greek word used is lepta. It's the tiniest coin that there was. It represented about 50 cents. Jesus called his disciples to him. And he said, I tell you the truth, this poor widow has given more than all the others who are making contributions. For they gave a tiny part of their surplus, but she, poor as she is, has given everything she had to live on. Jesus sits at the collection box and watches as people drop their money in. I imagine that caused a little bit of a stir, a little bit of embarrassment on the part of some. But some came by, maybe seeing what Jesus was doing, and made sure that they had a lot of coins. And they would come to the collection box and make sure to make a lot of noise as they dropped everything they had into that box. Then the widow came and dropped in 2 small coins, very, very small coins. Jesus said she gave more than everybody. Now, what was it that Jesus was saying? Jesus said, first of all, I measure not by what they give. I measure by what they have left. She has nothing left. She's given everything to God. These others have given out of their surplus. Secondly, Jesus is saying, I don't evaluate by what I see. I evaluate by the intention behind it. The rich gave of their surplus. They made sure they had enough left. The widow gave sacrificially. The third thing that Jesus is saying, as he sees her give, he does not stop her. He allows her to make the sacrifice. In essence, I think she needed to make the sacrifice, because in making that sacrifice, she was expressing her deep love for God. What was Jesus saying? Don't evaluate just by what you see. Don't measure just in dollars and cents. And don't be afraid to allow people to make a sacrifice. Like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you use to listen to this devotional. If you have a question for us, email us at questions@becomehope.com. On Sunday, we'll talk more about Jesus' view of the family